Good morning, everyone. Okay, usually more than one person says good morning, but thank you, sir. Let's try it again. Good morning, everyone. That's more like it. That is what I call convocation energy, not I'm going to the library energy. My name's Sean Ferfaro, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the College of Science and Applied Human Sciences and Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics convocation ceremony this morning. Before I tell you a bit about the ceremony proceedings themselves, I just want you to take a moment to identify your closest exit so you're prepared in the unlikely event we have to evacuate the building for any reason. All of our exits are marked by the green runner symbol. For our guests seated in the bleachers, it's pretty simple for you, straight up to the track level and out this door over here, essentially head for daylight. For those of you seated on the floor, there are 4 options. If you're on this side of the room, you're going to want to go to that back door right there and into the back corner. It'll take you up a staircase and out to the same door over here. For those of you on this half of the room, there are 3 options, 2 doors at the back, 1 door at the front. All of those will take you to the front entrance. Under no circumstances, go that way. There are no doors over there. Should the need arise, ushers will direct you to your nearest exit and the back into the waiting area in front of the arena. Now, back to convocation. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduands, and we take great pride in our convocation ceremony. In order to allow full attention on convocation, we ask you to please silence your phones and electronic devices, pretty much anything that can make noise. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for convocation. We'd ask you to please share your photos, memories, and perhaps some advice for our graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Convocation is a time for celebration, and it's an opportunity for us to come together as a community to honor the success and achievements of all of our graduates. They've worked so hard. You know how hard they've worked, and it's amazing that we all get to share this experience with them. And shared really is the key word here. We're all here together sharing in this collective moment, a moment that each of you will remember forever, and a moment that each of our grads will never forget. So let's all work together to create a positive atmosphere that both respects and celebrates this momentous occasion for all of our graduates. No pressure. Now, before the graduands enter for this momentous occasion, I think it would help to learn a little bit more about the ceremony itself, so have a look at this video.
Convocation is a momentous occasion and steeped in rich history. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. The gowns for baccalaureate and magisteriate degrees are black, with the hood color differing to represent each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have bright blue gowns, while the honorary degree recipients have red. The University of Guelph crest represents our institution's specific history. The stallion above represents our connection to the Royal City of Guelph, the book to the liberal arts, the astrolabe to the sciences, and the cornucopia, our connection to abundance and agriculture. The motto for the crest, Rerum cognoscere causis, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. Now to the ceremony itself. The procession of people into the hall is also influenced by ancient tradition. The graduands will be the first to enter, heralding the start of the ceremony. The graduands will be followed by the arrival of the mace, which will lead the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, a beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the Chancellor, the President, members of the administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and Senate, and members of faculty and staff. The ceremony will be organized by college. We will begin with doctorates and magisteriates, followed by the baccalaureate degrees. The name reader will present scholars by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be captured, and there will be a simultaneous live webcast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. Each student will pause at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your cumulative applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. We assure you there will be an opportunity for truly thunderous applause before the ceremony ends. Once all the degrees are conferred and all the cheers are cheered, the Chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. We would ask that you please remain standing during the recessional until the platform party has processed out of the hall, and then remain at your seat for a brief closing announcement about the reception that follows and instructions on a phased dismissal. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
Please stand as you're able for the graduating class.
Ani, we give thanks to the Creator. We acknowledge the world around us and understand our place within it. We acknowledge and offer our respect to the many nations that walked this land in the past, the many nations that walk it today, and welcome you to the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Anishinaabe. Sacred trust, we are the keepers of this land. She shelters and sustains us. Long after the flesh fails the spirit, we will care for this land. Our drums will be heard upon the wind, our voices in the rustle of the leaf. Our people have a sacred trust for the land, a trust no man may break, a trust that death cannot sever. We were here when you first stepped foot upon this land, and here we will remain long after the last step has disturbed your soil.
As an institution committed to learning, research, and to improving life, we are on a journey of transformative acts toward reconciliation. We acknowledge our role in strengthening relationships with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, and in upholding our responsibilities as both treaty partners and citizens. We know there's much work to do here and across Canada, and we're dedicated to taking these next steps together towards a brighter future. We would ask you to please remain standing as you're able and join Alyssa Boyle in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
My name is Sarah Damore, and I am a campus pastor from the Christian tradition and a member of the multi-faith resource team here at the University of Guelph. It's my joy to offer these opening words of reflection and gratitude. As we gather today to celebrate you graduands, we pause and reflect on our place in the world. Let us reflect with awareness and gratitude for the gifts we have been given. Let us remember the diversity of people who have enriched our lives. On this day that marks the end of one season, we give thanks for family and friends who have supported you and walked with you, and we are grateful for the classmates, faculty, staff, mentors, and administrators who have guided you along the way. May the learning, the growth, and the friendships you discovered here be long-lasting gifts. I invite you, each in your own way, to take a moment of silence and to name that for which you are grateful. Let us recognize the debt of gratitude we owe to those who came before us, as we recognize our responsibility to those who will come after us. As you graduands leave this university and embark on a new journey as alumni, may the knowledge you cultivated here be joined with compassion. May you continue to grow in practical expertise in your career and in your lives, and may you also foster creativity and wonder in all that you do. May you be filled with wisdom to be courageous people, generous friends, and passionate citizens of your communities for the flourishing of the world. May we all spread seeds of peace that make the world more just, more sustainable, and more beautiful. May it be so. I invite you to be seated.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mary Ann Chambers, and it is my pleasure to serve as Chancellor of the University of Guelph. I am a daughter of the Caribbean island of Jamaica. 49 years ago, my husband and I chose Canada to be our home, the place to raise our 2 young sons. I made a commitment then, as I do now, that we would be good for Canada, and Canada would be good for us. I have begun my remarks that way at more than 50 convocation ceremonies over the last 3 years. And whenever I have felt that it was time to stop introducing myself that way, there have been members of the University of Guelph community who have shared their own stories with me and told me how my story has reminded them that we all belong here. And each time that has happened, we have embraced what we have in common, even as we share thoughts of how our countries or regions of birth and our own life experiences might be different. Well, today we are celebrating much of what we have in common, like our understanding of the importance of dreaming big and working hard to make those big dreams a reality, like the importance of believing in ourselves while supporting others during challenging times and cheering each other on with every little taste of success. Like not taking our sense of community or the pride that we share as Canadians for granted. Like recognizing that we are indeed stronger when we are able to rely on each other. With me on this platform are representatives of the university's senior leadership team, faculty, and staff, and members of the university's Board of Governors and Senate, all of whom are here to proudly celebrate what our graduates have achieved. I am truly grateful for their dedication to the personal and professional development and success of our students. Here is just a small sample of why we can all be proud to be members of the University of Guelph community. The Lang School of Business and Economics has earned an outstanding reputation for graduating high-caliber, career-ready students. Employers in our co-op programs describe our students as humble, collaborative, and team-focused, and say that they make their organizations stronger. Lang tied with 2 universities in Western Canada for a ranking of #1 in Canada for hospitality education. Their newest programs include an in-person direct entry MBA, an online Bachelor of Commerce in Sport Management, a Master of Real Estate, and 2 programs in collaboration with the College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, a Master of Engineering Management, and a Master of Cybersecurity Leadership and Cyberpreneurship, both of which reflect the engineering college's commitment to equipping students for the evolving needs of the engineering profession. At the College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, Alexa Bates, a 4th-year environmental engineering student, was named one of Canada's top 25 environmentalists under 25. Emma Sanderson, also a 4th-year environmental engineering student, is now president of the Canadian Federation of Engineering Students, representing more than 85,000 students from 50 engineering schools nationwide. I have been truly impressed by what I have observed when I have attended the annual College of Engineering and Physical Sciences Student Research Day. Our scholars are brilliant, and they are learning from the best. Our faculty members are recipients of the top global awards in fields such as sustainability, food, water, and groundwater science, including the prestigious Biesel Research Award from the Humboldt Foundation, one of only 20 or so such awards presented to outstanding academics outside of Germany each year. Dr. Beth Parker has been elected to the U.S. National Academy of Engineering and leads our Morwick Groundwater Research Center and its team of 45 scientists and engineers, faculty, staff, and students who collaborate with external partners on critical groundwater research. So you might be wondering, but you might also already know that 50% of the world's population and 8.9 million Canadians rely on groundwater for their drinking water. The city of Guelph relies almost entirely on groundwater. During an intermission at a Shaw Festival theatre production, I overheard a young woman seated behind me proudly reveal to the people next to her that she had studied at the University of Guelph with one of the leading cast members. The young woman behind me said, "Everyone knows about the Agricultural College and the Veterinary College, but few people know about the fantastic Theatre Studies program at the University of Guelph." So I wasn't at all surprised when my husband and I joined the crowd that filled War Memorial Hall last winter and thoroughly enjoyed the production of Little Shop of Horrors, a musical staged by the College of Arts. The philosophy department of the College of Arts also organized this year's Regional Ethics Bowl, where 11 teams from local high schools competed. The Ethics Bowl emphasizes impartial truth-seeking and promotes collaboration and empathy in the resolution of ethical dilemmas. We certainly know how important that is, especially in today's world. The College of Arts has just completed the first year of its new Bachelor of Creative Arts, Health and Wellness program. OAC, our agricultural college, which is ranked second in Canada for agriculture and forestry, has celebrated its 150th anniversary and welcomed Dr. David McCarthy, the university's first Canada Excellence Research Chair, to its School of Environmental Sciences. The focus for Dr. McCarthy and his research team in the Environmental and Public Health Microbiology Lab is waterborne pathogens, surveillance, prediction, and mitigation. This fall, OVC, our veterinary college, will welcome the first Northern cohort students through its collaborative Doctor of Veterinary Medicine program with Lakehead University. That program has been established in partnership with the Government of Ontario to address the significant need for veterinary care in remote, rural, and northern communities. OVC has maintained its ranking of first in Canada for veterinary science and ranks 6th in the world. CSAHS, our College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, is providing subsidized mental health services to residents of Guelph and beyond, while also offering clinical training for students at our Maplewood Center for Family Therapy and Child Psychology. CSAHS has launched 3 new master's level programs in mental health, psychotherapy, and relational and family therapy. CSAHS faculty members' success rate for the 2024 Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council Insight Grant competition was around 70%, far exceeding the national average of 40%. CSAHS graduate students are consistently successful in securing national and international scholarships, including the highly prestigious Vanier Graduate Scholarship. In the 2024-2025 year, the college was able to support students with $1.5 million in awards and scholarships. A large number of CSAHS students are participating in various study abroad programs, gaining the kind of experience that will be of great value to them in their careers. Our College of Biological Science, CBS, is home to the world's largest DNA library. CBS's Center for Biodiversity Genomics collected its 15 millionth sample this year. CBS hosted a very successful symposium for the highly prestigious Gairdner Foundation last June. The symposium explored the role of the microbiome in medicine and nutrition, as well as the impacts of culture and industrialization on our gut microbiomes. The Gairdner Foundation's global reach includes 102 Nobel Prize winners among recipients of its awards. CBS, and indeed the entire University of Guelph, also proudly celebrate Jaden Parker, a student from Bermuda, who will study biodiversity, conservation, and nature recovery at the University of Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar. When he was 13, Jaden's mother, who as a single parent raised him and his sister, surprised Jaden by enrolling him in a summer volunteer program at the Bermuda Aquarium, Museum, and Zoo. The rest, as they say, is history. The university environment helps us to learn how to learn, exposing us to life's challenges and life's opportunities. We must never lose our appetite for exploring and learning, whether in formal settings or in our day-to-day interactions with each other. Maintaining a growth mindset will help us to dream what could be considered impossible dreams and to appreciate the journey as being as important as the destination. There are many challenges that will continue to need our thoughtful attention, like climate change and food insecurity, global health, and geopolitical instability. Addressing challenges such as these is critical to the survival and sustainability of our planet. Artificial intelligence is also for real, and it calls upon us to value the accuracy of information and how we use data, as well as the importance of ethical approaches to decision making. Graduates, I mention all of this to remind you that you are building upon a foundation established by high achievers from every college of this university. I hope you have a sense of what is possible. I want you to aspire to greatness. Most of all, I want you to make your lives matter, because our world truly needs you to do so. The world should be a better place because you have lived. As you embrace the joy and satisfaction of these moments and look with optimism and courage towards the next chapters in your lives, I wish you continued success, and I ask that you remember how you have gotten this far. I am thinking about those who have cared so much about you and have often made significant sacrifices to enable you to dream big. If you are able to do so, this would be a good time to stand, look around you and behind you, and applaud all who have helped you to get to this point. Thank you. I also know from conversations I've had with students that some have had to work hard on the difficult personal circumstances to achieve their dreams. I admire and applaud the strength, resilience, and determination that you have all demonstrated. Not very long ago, you came to this university as students. Today, you are becoming alumni, forever cherished members of the University of Guelph community. I'm extremely grateful to members of our university community who provide advice, mentorship, opportunities for co-op placements, and experiential learning, or financial support in the form of scholarships, bursaries, and other awards for our students. So, whether you view life through a social justice lens, the curiosity of a scientist, the precision of an engineer, the creative spirit of an artist, or the mindset of a pragmatist, remember why you chose to pursue a university education. I'd like to believe you did so not only to improve yourselves and your prospects for the future, but also to improve life for others. Remain close to the University of Guelph, and if at all possible, please do whatever you can to help ensure the success of students who will follow you. This will always be your alma mater. You can be proud of that. We are certainly very proud of you. I wish you the best, always.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla Malcolm. I'm an incoming fourth-year student in the Marketing Management program, and I'm honored to be speaking in front of all of you today. Madam Chancellor, on the recommendation of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is a great honor to present to you the candidate, Trevor Lloyd Massey, for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. For over 50 years, Trevor Lloyd Massey has been a leader in post-secondary education and community service, with a lifelong dedication to supporting students, immigrants, and marginalized communities in Ontario and beyond. From 1986 to 2001, Mr. Massey served as Registrar of Centennial College, where he led Centennial as it became the first post-secondary institution in Canada to implement an online system for registrar services. Long before online services were the norm, Mr. Massey expanded registrar services across 4 campuses, introduced extended service hours for students, and created more flexible academic scheduling for generations of students. Later in his career, as executive director of the college's Integrating Immigrants to Employment project, he designed a province-wide program to help internationally trained immigrants gain access to meaningful education and employment. His work created lasting infrastructure to support newcomers in colleges and beyond. A passionate community leader, Mr. Massey has empowered students from marginalized communities to reach their full potential. He is the founder of the Lifelong Leadership Institute and its flagship Leadership by Design, a program that supports Black students with mentorship and resources. During the pandemic, Mr. Massey again rose to the challenge, developing Summer Up, an educational program that addressed pandemic-related learning gaps among Black high school students. With support from Ontario's Ministry of Education, Summer Up became a new benchmark for out-of-school programming in Canada. In every role he has held, Mr. Massey has demonstrated that meaningful change starts with commitment, creativity, and care for those in the community. I now ask you, Madam Chancellor, to confer upon Trevor Lloyd Massey the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Thank you.
By the authority of the Senate of the University of Guelph, it is an absolute pleasure to admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws. Congratulations.
Good morning. My name is Sandra Scott, and I'm an associate professor in the Department of Management at the Lang School. I'm honored to speak to you today. The William C. Weingard Medal is the University of Guelph's most prestigious undergraduate student convocation award and is named in honor of Dr. William C. Weingard, a former University of Guelph president. The medal is awarded annually in recognition of both academic achievement and contributions to university and community life. Madam Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present this year's recipient of the W.C. Weingard Medal, Daniel Niederman. Daniel is an exceptional student whose outstanding academic and professional achievements speak to a strong dedication to his community. He was the top performing student in the Lang School of Business and Economics and the recipient of more than 12 competitive scholarships, maintaining a GPA of 94%. Early in his undergraduate career, Daniel co-authored a book chapter discussing anti-corruption agencies in Africa, and he presented his research findings to leading scholars in Cairo, Egypt. He secured co-op placements in the world's top accounting firms, where he took part in complex corporate tax planning and completed hundreds of personal tax returns. At the Lang Tax Clinic, he used this knowledge to file taxes for international students and low-income families for free. Daniel's passion led him to co-found his business, Split the Tank, a startup that aims to make carpooling accessible, innovative, and sustainable. The enterprise has won several pitch competitions and has already established international partnerships as it expands into new markets. An exemplary student leader, Daniel also served as an elected representative on the Central Student Association Board of Directors and as co-president in the Accounting Students Association. He represented the university on a global stage, securing a first-place finish in the debate team and the top speaker award at the 2024 JDC Central Competition. With hundreds of hours dedicated to volunteer efforts and service in the Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Program, Daniel continues to pursue a career in accounting. He resonates with Lang's commitment to use business as a force for good and believes that meaningful change starts with small actions in your community. Daniel Niederman exemplifies the qualities of an exceptional leader and is more than deserving of this year's William C. Weingard Medal.
I'm now pleased to invite Dr. Trevor Massey to deliver the Convocation address.
I want to begin by thanking Kayla Malcolm for her very kind words. I should note that I've known Kayla since her high school grade 10 years, and I have always considered her a very special talent and an exceptional leader. Kayla is in her third year of the Bachelor of Commerce program here at University of Guelph. Chancellor Mary Ann Chambers, President Renee Van Acker, deans, faculty and staff, and parents. A special shout out to the class of 2025, which is the centerpiece of this ceremony. I'm honored and humbled by the recognition you have bestowed on me, and I thank you for granting me the privilege of addressing you. For much of my professional life, I have worked in post-secondary institutions, and I have always considered myself to be in the business of student service. If you ask what are my most memorable moments in the workplace, I'd say it's Convocation. Convocation is when the hard work and achievements of students are acknowledged, celebrated, and captured in the photographs of proud families and friends. It's a time when I would share this advice to students. Graduation is just a milestone in your life, but the experience of earning your degree makes you well prepared to meet the many challenges ahead. I know your university experience with all its challenging moments and its episodes of triumph and discovery has been transformative and makes you better prepared to face the future. Conversations matter. At Centennial College, where I spent most of my professional life, I would enjoy wonderfully collegial conversations over lunch. I was young and learned so much from those conversations. At lunch with a professor who was known to revel in philosophical reflection, the professor said, and I'll quote, "Trevor, the college is always hiring consultants to lead us to a deeper understanding of student success." I was keen to follow the thread of this conversation. My lunchmate continued, and I quote, "Trevor, I recently met the president in the hallway, and I asked him, 'How do you define success?' The president did not give me a satisfactory answer, so I gave him my best advice. I told him, 'Success is best defined by honesty of purpose and intensity to succeed.' I share this story with you because, simple though it may be, it had an enduring impact on me, and I hope it will have a similar impact on you. I know that each of you in the class of 2025 is wondering what your future brings. Your time spent here at University of Guelph was premised on it being a launching pad for achieving your goals, your life's purpose. So on this day of your graduation, I ask you to reflect on what constitutes success to you. How will you measure your success? Do you have a roadmap for achieving your goals? I ask these questions because only you can define what your life's mission is. Your ambitions are personal. These questions are timely because graduation is usually a time for personal introspection. But let's go back to honesty of purpose and intensity to succeed. This simple but powerful phrase can be a roadmap to your success. It eloquently speaks to the process for achieving your goals. It is a call to action, and it is not much different from the exhortations from a coach to a team that is unsure of its path for winning a challenging game. For me, this phrase gives language to what most of us already understand as a process for achieving difficult goals, either as individuals or as a team. Whatever hill you have to climb, whatever challenge you must overcome to ensure a successful endeavor, you are unlikely to succeed unless you have a clear vision of your goal and that you're all in regarding the things you must do to get the desired result. I may add, by the way, this is the fine print of every job description. Honesty of purpose and intensity to succeed. It is a process statement which will serve you well, as it has served me, and as it has served every innovator, every entrepreneur, and everyone striving to be the best they can be. Consider one definition of purpose. It is the reason why one chooses to do something. Each of you will have goals and dreams, and the reasons for pursuing given goals will be your purpose. Sometimes this is referred to as your why. To be honest in your purpose is akin to bringing honor and integrity and authenticity to the goals you set out to accomplish. Intensity to succeed speaks to your motivation to do all the reasonable things you must do to succeed, to accomplish your mission. The English language is generous in the words it provides to illustrate intensity to succeed. You must bring passion, emotion, drive, resilience, and enthusiasm to your efforts in order to achieve your highest ambitions. Since my retirement, I, along with my colleagues, have been dedicated to providing leadership development to young high school students. The mantra of honesty of purpose and intensity to succeed permeates our work, and so it should, since there is a direct connection between leadership and personal success. In our leadership work, we encourage students to scaffold their leadership development and their practice in their values. We encourage them to pursue fulfilling career goals and to link these to building a healthy society where everyone is valued, where those in need are supported, and where people in all their diversity are valued. My message to you is the same as for our young leaders in training. In contemplating your markers for success, commit yourself to making a difference to your community, country, and to your world. discover the satisfaction that public service and civic engagement provides, and stand up and be counted for the values that matter. Lead according to your values. If you value democracy, defend it. If you value human rights, say so loudly. If you find satisfaction and joy in service to the greater good, find enduring and selfless ways to serve. If you value the difference in our humanity and believe Canada is stronger for it, and 85% of Canadians did in a 2021 Angus Reid poll, resist new efforts to diminish our commitment to diversity. If you appreciate how critical inclusiveness is to the well-being of everyone, oppose voices which seek to divide our society into others. Do all these things and more, and you will reveal the kind of leader you are and underscore your willingness to serve your community and build a just society. Your pursuit of success will not be a one-and-done race. It will be like a book with many chapters, with each chapter speaking to a milestone of your journey, and each leg of your journey will repeatedly challenge you to bring honest purpose to your intent and to bring the energy of a bonfire in your striving to succeed. I'm confident that you, the class of 2025, will find the personal success you seek. You will be our innovators, entrepreneurs, business leaders, community and political leaders, artists, authors, teachers, and social advocates. Many of you are already on the path to becoming influential leaders. Perhaps you will become leaders with seats at influential tables and be able to impact the lives of others, many of whom may not be as fortunate as you are. At this ceremony, I'm accompanied by a number of family members, a high school mate. We're both wearing our school tie of Wilma's Boys School, work colleagues and friends who have aided my life's journey. In inviting them, I acknowledge the supportive impact they and scores of others have had on my accomplishments. Their presence is a reminder that I am not a self-made man. In my long life, I have not met a single self-made person. Have you? Each of us gathered here today is the beneficiary of people who have paved our way, nurtured us when our journey became difficult, and who provided the village in which we flourish. So, class of 2025, you have come this far because of the support of your parents, your family, your teachers, your friends, and the wider Canadian community. Often, we need reminding of the interdependence of humanity, and who better to remind us than the late Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa, who promoted the spirit of Ubuntu, which means I am because of you. You are the product of incredible relationships, and today is a time to acknowledge these relationships and express gratitude. When this ceremony ends, embrace your family and express gratitude for the love, support, and encouragement they've provided to you. Thank your teachers who were there to hold you to a high standard, because high standards are the incubating grounds for your success. Give thanks to your friends and acquaintances for their fellowship, which sustained you and lightened your load. Finally, pat yourself on the back. You did it. There is no doubt each of you will find success and purpose in the journey ahead. Class of 2025, go make a difference. Thank you.
My name is Jade Ferguson. I serve the university community as the Assistant Vice President, Academic Equity and Inclusion. Thank you, Dr. Massey, for your inspiring words, your call to action, to move with intention and value, with honesty of purpose, as you say, and an intensity to succeed. As you've reminded us, we're all products of the relations, our relation with ourselves, primary, but the relations with our friends, family, colleagues, and community. So as you ask us to move forward, to reflect on our sense of purpose, I can imagine many of us and many of you making great impact in all that you do. Graduates, now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Will the graduating class please rise? Madam Chancellor. I have the honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, it is my pleasure to admit you to your various and several degrees with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will members of the graduating class please be seated?
Good morning, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, distinguished guests, and our amazing graduates. My name is Uwaifiokun Idemudia, and I have the honor and the privilege to serve as the Dean of the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. The College of Social and Applied Human Sciences traces its roots back to the MacDonald Institute that was founded in 1903, one of Canada's first women institutes. Although a lot has changed over the last 120 years, one thing has remained the same. That is, our commitment to addressing complex and critical issues facing individuals, families, and communities with the sole purpose to improve life. We achieve this goal of improving life through integrated scholarship that is based on rigorous and socially responsive research, student-centered learning, and engagement with people and communities from around the world. Today, the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences is the largest and one of the most diverse and dynamic colleges at the University of Guelph. We are known as the university's powerhouse for social science research, with a long history of a commitment to hands-on learning, and for transformational, experiential, and community-engaged learning experiences that fuel student success. As a result, our college is known or recognized globally for providing exemplary undergraduate and graduate programs in various disciplines that span the social, the applied, and the natural sciences. We're able to provide these excellent programs partly because of the unique combinations of departments that makes up the college. Our college is made up of the Department of Psychology, Political Science, Sociology and Anthropology, Geography, Environment and Geomatics, and Family Relations and Applied Nutrition, with two world-class institutes, that is, the Guelph Institute of Development Studies and the Community Engaged Scholarship Institute. We have over 5,000 students, undergraduate students, studying in various disciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary programs across the college, where they are able to combine their passion as well as a commitment to using the knowledge and the skills they've acquired to help address what we often termed as wicked problems, that is, problems tied to inequality, justice, social change, health and well-being, and the environment. As a multidisciplinary college, we are also the university's Center of Excellence for Community-Engaged Scholarship. As a result, we give our students much more than just an education. We offer them a life trajectory. We do this how, you may ask? Well, we help them develop resilience and a growth mindset through overcoming adversity. We facilitate their ability to acquire the skill set that would enable them see opportunities where their peers might see obstacles. We stimulate their creativity, we nurture their passion, and most importantly, we create an enabling environment for them to develop lifelong relationship and friendship. To our new graduates, I am delighted and proud of your achievement after many years of hard work. Today, I join your family and loved ones to celebrate this very important milestone in your life. And for families and friends here today, I'm sure you're all very excited to see your graduate cross the stage. We welcome hoots, hollers, and outbursts of support, but we ask that you please hold off your collective applause with the cue once the cue is given after each of the graduates have passed through. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor now to present to you these baccalaureate scholars from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences, that they may be presented with their various and several degrees.
Graduating from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program, Kayla Marianne Almond with distinction. Shermeen Jamal Al-Kardagi with distinction. Paige Angot with distinction. Chigozie Anwusi with distinction. Raina Banton. Maya Ray Basner Collins. Riley Bogue. Chantal Elizabeth Cabral Chaves. Shayla Calaro with distinction. Emily Grace Sharon. Shannon Cheeseman. Chloe Chi with distinction. Kira Corcoran with distinction. Mark Albert Philip Cruden. Emily Marie Dugas with distinction. Connor Eklund. Mary Catherine Egan with distinction. Tyler Fernandez. Tyson Fuller with distinction. Isabella Gabriel with distinction. Paige Alina Gillespie. Braden Allen Good.
Joshua Graham with distinction. Alexandra Gross with distinction. Emma Anita Jane Hawkins. Kyle Robert Heap with distinction. Sarah Lauren Irwin. Mira Jahal with distinction. Anushka Joshi with distinction. Emilia Kermesi with distinction. Brooklyn Denise Mona Lancaster. Sydney Larsh with distinction. Megan LeBlanc. Ariane Letond. Emma Sunshine Macareth with distinction. Adam McPherson with distinction. Miranda McCarthy Lautenslager. Paige McDonald. Connor McGarity with distinction. Alexa Noel McInnes. Catherine Lee McManus. Gianna Megan Medeiros. Charlotte Miller. Matthew Narciso with distinction. Ella Louise Nickel with distinction. Holly Brooke Norris with distinction. Ijoma Nwafor with distinction. Rhea Parrick. Dominika Pishko with distinction. Nolan McGregor Cakebread Pitt. Sierra Richardson with distinction. Olivia Nicole Fotini Rizakos with distinction. Samara Sahota. Maya Saltzman with distinction. Jamie Sine with distinction. Holly Alexandra Shepstone. Alicia Sketchley. Olivia Lynn Slocum with distinction. Charlie Mitchell Somerville. Nolan Stagg. Tyler John Thompson with distinction. Andrew Michael Thompson with distinction. Olivia Thompson. Chiara Trombetta. Ashley Ursino with distinction. Olivia Watson. Sydney Weiss. Catherine Rosalind Zucker with distinction. Graduating from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences with the degree Bachelor of Arts, General Program, Alana Rachel Conrad. Don't release them till I have the card. Riley Ann Crawley. Emily Ann Fisher. Jamie Pacheco. Nicole Spence. Heather Jennifer Stanley with distinction. Please join me in congratulating all of our baccalaureate graduates from the College of Social and Applied Human Sciences. We have a Lang speaker first.
Morning, everyone. My name is Mark Holmes. I'm director for the School of Hospitality, Food and Tourism Management in the Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics. The Lang School's mission is a bit different than most business schools. We try and train our students and our graduates that they get a first-rate business and education degree, learning skills such as critical thinking, collaboration, and leadership. But on top of that, we try and instill in them a sense of doing good and being good. We teach them that to move beyond just profits and productivity, to think of the whole person and the people and the environment in which the businesses take place. Graduates, we're so proud of everything you have done while you've been here at the University of Guelph, and we look forward to seeing what you do as you go out into the world and you make a difference and you make change in the lives of the people that surround you and in the lives of the people that helped you get to where you are today. Audience, thank you for being so good so far. Please, again, hold your applause as the graduates come up onto stage. Madam Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you the Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics graduates and students to be conferred with their various and several degrees.
Graduating from the Gordon S. Lang School of Business and Economics with the degree Bachelor of Commerce. Rose Abdul Kadir with distinction. Martha Wakeo Aboye with distinction. Joshua James Adair with distinction. Michael Augustin with distinction. Sultan Dia Abdullah Al-Samarai. Derek Sterling Charles Anderson. Megan Anderson.
Julian Samuel Andracchio with distinction. Danielle Anis. Esanul Arif. Mohit Arora. Roberto Bajetta. Trinidad Bigoria with distinction. Nathan Baird. Kimberly Ann Balbino. Imogen Barnard with distinction. Jack William Preston Beckett. Zoe Bergerman. Gurjot Baudet. Jolie Bakhtar with distinction. Elise Boisvert. Avery Grace Bradfield. Ashley Grace Bradish. MacArthur Brennan with distinction. Samuel Brown with distinction. Wes Bruce. Thomas Burnett with distinction. Elliot Terrence Byers with distinction. Olivia Keynes with distinction. Hannah Carrero with distinction. Gabriel Carvalho. Andrew Casasanta. Jamie Cathcart. Michaela Siniti. Philip Serovina. Jamie Singh Chahal. Alicia Chandrathasan with distinction. Jacob Chappelle. Caden Charay with distinction. Andrea Christaraja with distinction. Kira Clayman with distinction. Thomas Cote. Jarrett Coverdale with distinction. Jane Cueto with distinction. Abina Amwafa Denchi with distinction. Victoria Darlow. Owen Das. Erica Cynthia DeCruz. Caitlin Page DeFreitas with distinction. Liam Carter Del Mastro with distinction. Ethan Dimitropoulos. Andrew DiRicio. Noah Arthur Scott Domash with distinction. Samantha Duong Lu. Justin Duz. TJ Ellis with distinction. Hadi Walid Elmiari. Alexandra Emery. Ferris Fadl. Mason Zuting Fan with distinction. Kenzie Farish with distinction. William Fast with distinction. Joshua Featherston. Callum Stephen Fiddler. Amanda Filderman. Leonardo Finoro. Adam Ford. Amanda Forlingeri with distinction. Marissa Victoria Gallagher. Jordan Mark Garlow with distinction. Ava Lee Montgomery Gibson. Quinton Michael Gibson with distinction. Zane Gray. Elizabeth Graves with distinction. Jacob Gilbo. Christopher Francis Harper with distinction. Thomas Anderson Harper with distinction. Megan Haraway. Kaya Haskan.
Austin Heinrich. George Hensel. Braden Heinsohn. Satpal Hoti. Nader Yasser Ali Ibrahim. Bowden Ingaldson with distinction. J. Hasmukbai Jagatia. Sophia Christina Maria Jeffrey. Manmeet Jahand. Omari Nathaniel Aaron John. Rupinder Kaur with distinction. Zubin Khan. Sunishta Khanna with distinction. Marwa Khurshid. Nolan Killeen. Benjamin Daniel Taesoon Kim. Tomislav Kraljevich. Alicia Laham with distinction. Kyle James Lacaire with distinction. Ethan Lavelle with distinction. Samuel Pedro Leguizamon. Logan Crawford Lindegard. Robert William Linfield with distinction. Kristen Leese with distinction. Julia Jordan Heather Little. Brian Liu. Peter Christian Lloyd. Elijah Chung Him Lo. Spencer Cameron Lucas with distinction. Ahmad Maroof with distinction. Kaylin McDonald. Justin Ket McPhee with distinction. Benjamin Andrew Maidley with distinction. Jamie McGoffin with distinction. Harshita Mengi with distinction. Cameron Mail. Ethan Paul Merwa. Quinn Martin.
Aidan Michael Mateer. Salvatore Carmelo Mattina. Lauren Dulcie Maxwell. Shelby Mayberry. Anthony Giuliano Mazzat. Megan Grace McClurg. Megan Grace McClurg with distinction, my apologies. Scott Alexander McKee. Luke Menser with distinction. Stella Miklos with distinction. Evan Milenkoff with distinction. Braden Miller. Liam Christopher Mooney with distinction. Sean Morera. Zach David Moraz. Leah Moses with distinction. William James Mullen. Azam Nadim. Luciano Francesco Narvaez. Daniel Niederman with distinction. Rafaela Novais. Ananya Ori. Francis Okolo. Isaac Ozier with distinction. Jora Pada with distinction. Joel Paiva. Basil Papagiorgio. Noman Pasha. Bhumika Patel with distinction. Krishnan Patel with distinction. Benjamin Pahora. Dylan Farrand. Evan Pietkowski. Twinkle Kanji Pindoria with distinction. Nicola Poyic. Emily Poole with distinction. Jason Priest.
Justin Kwan. Jay Quartermain. Owen Kevion. Jacob Ron. Asvini Rajanandan. Ashley Marie Rankin with distinction. Samuel John Moore Riddell. Abby Cameron Dell Robinson. Alyssa Robson with distinction. Ryan Antonio Rocca with distinction. Christian Anthony Romas with distinction. Nathan Rosberg with distinction. Jaden Dorothy Rose. Jordan Roswell with distinction. Mariam Salimi. Arujas Saluja with distinction. Amarpreet Singh Saroya with distinction. Nicholas Scafetta with distinction. Matthew James Schaefer. Zachary Jacob Schneider with distinction. Liam Semilago. Eric Michael Semiwalis. Cameron Shanahan. William Alexander Davidson Sharp. Ali Shatri. Eamon Shepard. Himmat Singh. Manaj Sivakanthan with distinction. Eric Dylan Sivanesan. Maya Smith. Adam Hugh Smitchuk. Carter Sorensen with distinction. Nathan Byron Staminov with distinction. Jess Stoker with distinction. Chloe Hannah Subanovich with distinction. Jack Sukman.
Joel Taame with distinction. Saf Mohammed Tabassum. Chris Tadros. Aman Tahir. Monica Dawn Tangay. Nicholas Michael Taylor with distinction. Kira Tempest with distinction. Omar Tahir. Noah Scott Theodore. Harjot Kaur Tiwana with distinction. Shivansh Tiwari with distinction. Verna Toma. Melanie Tran with distinction. Jack Murray Vane with distinction. Vanessa Van Goodsword. Jessica Victoria Varga with distinction. Ray Wong with distinction. Amreen Kaur Wasson. Beth Luella Wheeler. Mackenzie Carlin White. Isaac Thomas Whitehead. Jacob Paul Wisniewski. David Zissou. At the beginning of the ceremony in the video, the voice in that video, which was me, promised you that there would be a moment for truly thunderous applause. This is that moment. We're good.
Madam Chancellor, I would ask you to confer the various and several degrees on the graduands listed in the program, but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I'm so excited. President Meehan and the University of Guelph, it is my pleasure to confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduates not present.
We're almost there. And to all the supporters of the students, with that applause, I just gotta say, all right, that was awesome. My name's René Van Acker, and it's my privilege to be the interim president and vice chancellor here at the University of Guelph. And I'm honored to be here to celebrate our graduates, the class of 2025. As we near the close of the celebration today, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible journey that you've all been on and to say thank you. Your time here has been marked by growth, challenge, discovery, and I'm sure more than a few unforgettable moments. You showed up for each other, offering notes from a missed class perhaps, or quietly sharing study space, bonded together by caffeine and deadlines. You might have become regulars on the bus, early mornings, half asleep, or late nights, half frozen. Some of you may remember pulling your first all-nighter, maybe in the McLaughlin Library, and yes, maybe even jumped the first time that closing alarm bell blared overhead. You made friends who felt like family. You danced during O Week, painted the canon, maybe became a trivia night regular, even if your team never quite figured out lyrics to any song before 2005. You worked hard and played hard, and while I could keep listing the moments that made your time here special, I think there's another way we can do it, and we want to show you.
Your time here wasn't just about the work, but we know there was lots of that. Lectures, labs, papers, and study groups. And it wasn't all about the fun. But we know there was lots of that. It could have been more about the people. The roommates, the friends, the professors, and classmates. But what we know for sure is, your time here was about you. Do you remember who you were that first day? You were definitely younger, maybe a little nervous and excited. You were trying to figure out where your next class was, what the next week would look like. And slowly, you conquered course after course, completed each semester, each year. It wasn't easy. For many of you, it wasn't even linear. But you're here. So how did you change? Along the way, you made friends.
We're going to the Frosty mug.
You might have even fallen in love. You learned how to take care of yourself, whether it was making a meal or managing your bills. You certainly learned how to manage your time. Some of you came here with an idea of who you wanted to be, while others, it was a process of self-discovery. Today, at the end of it all, we know you chose to spend your time here at the University of Guelph, and we chose you. You became part of our campus and community, through learning and connecting, by cheering and working, and today, by graduating. How you choose to spend your time now is full of possibilities. You came to the University of Guelph to get future ready, and as a graduate, as alumni, this place will always be here to remind you of who you were and who you are today.
So what you just saw captures the heart of your time here at the University of Guelph, not just the big milestones, but the ordinary days that became extraordinary because of the people you shared them with. And here's what we hope for you. You chose the University of Guelph, and we chose you. And you didn't just learn here, you lived here. You built community, challenged norms, and brought this campus to life. And no matter where your path leads from here, the University of Guelph is part of your story now, and you will always be part of our story. As you embark on your new journey, remember that you have the power to shape the future, contribute to a better, more just, and sustainable world. The world does truly need your talent, your energy, and your compassion. We are incredibly proud of each and every one of you, and we eagerly await the remarkable achievements you will accomplish in the years to come. We're excited for your future and know that the University of Guelph will always be your home. Congratulations, class of 2025. We can't wait to see what you will do in the future. Thank you.
So, just a quick announcement for you on how the closing stages of Convocation are going to go. In just a moment, I'm going to invite Barry, our bagpiper, front and center, and he will play our platform party out of the room. At that point, when you hear the bagpipe music, I'm going to ask everybody to stand. After that, the grads normally would follow the procession party out, but we're going to hold the grads back, and you're going to leave in a different manner. And I'll explain that in a little bit. We call that a tease. After that, there's going to be a bit of a phased dismissal. We can't have everybody leave at the same time, or you're never going to get where you're going. I promise you're going to end up behind a locked door somewhere. So just stick around with me for about 2 minutes, and I will explain how to get where you're going, and we're going to dismiss in 3 phases. It should only take about 2 minutes. I promise you it's better to stay here with me than be shoulder to shoulder in the hallway. Okay, so with that, I'll invite Barry front and center, and as is the tradition here at the University of Guelph, the final word on Convocation shall always come from our Chancellor.
This Convocation ceremony is concluded.
Please stand as you're able.